Hi, it's Dan JD73 Goldman here for Future Music Magazine and musicradar.com. I'm looking at the Dave Smith Instruments Tempest analog drum machine today, which is designed in collaboration with Roger Lynn. It's a 6-voice polyphonic analog synth in its own right. It's got 4 oscillators per voice, 2 analog and 2 digital, with samples from Gold Baby and F Expansion for the digital drum waves. The Tempest is kind of an all-in-one beatbox here as well, so it's both an analog and a digital beatbox, and very powerful live performance tools on board, lots of dials, real-time effects sliders, lots of modulation with 58 destinations, 2 LFOs. Anyway, lots to talk about there. I just want to get into the nitty-gritty of making a beat and showing you how it sounds and how it works. So in 16 sounds mode, you map a sound per pad. There's going to be a sound bank B, which is currently inactive, but that will be activated with an OS update, which DSI are promising there's going to be a lot of, hopefully including user sample upload in the near future as well, so you'll be able to put your own samples on board. First of all, I've made a analog kick here using a saw tri-wave and a pulse wave. It sounds really rich and full and up front, just like the classic old drum machines, analog drum machines, but obviously it's got a punch of digital as well, being a bit newer as well, so it's got a really great sound to it. Extended highs and extended lows and lots of mid-range punch, which is just what you want in a drum machine. So that's a saw tri and a pulse wave layered for that sound there. You can layer 2 analog oscillators, then 2 digital. Here I've used white noise to make a snare drum, and it's got very fast envelopes as well, so you can easily turn white noise into a snare or a hat just by using these envelopes here. It's got an AD envelope, which is great for drums, very simple, or ADSR with peak and delay. So very powerful envelopes. There's 5 envelopes in total: a pitch envelope, filter envelope, amp envelope, and 2 auxiliary envelopes, which you can also send to the 58 modulation destinations. So extremely powerful in terms of sound shaping. Obviously you can play it in real time, but the heart of the beast is the Roger Lynn designed sequencer as well, which has got the classic Lynn feel to its sequencer. The mojo, like the MPC 3000 and the 60s, clearly in this machine. It really does capture the essence of those classic machines. So we've got your analog kick here on pad 1, digital snare made from white noise on 2. In fact, I'm just going to run you through a few digital waves quickly. White noise, green noise, soft noise. Lots of different kicks, 808 kicks, distorted kicks, acoustic snares, acoustic rims, electronic rims, Lindrum snares, 808 snares, plus the Prophet VS wave as well. Loads to be getting on with there. Keep you busy for years. Anyway, back to the white noise. Very simple to select oscillators, as you can see. Let's record a beat. Hit record, play, put the click on. Pad screen, quantize to 16th and swing to 50%, which is straight. There we go, snare. Now if you want to tweak the sound, you can do that quite easily. Let's add some audio mod to the kick. See what that does. 2-pole and 4-pole filter modes and a high pass filter. Really powerful filtering options there, and they sound great for drums and bass and polyphonic synth duties. The poly mode isn't currently working, but it'll be working in hopefully the next OS update. But I can show you some monophonic lines for the time being. Anyway, moving on. I've made an analog hi-hat here from a pulse wave. which obviously you can put in by hand, or you can use the roll function like note repeat on an MPC. So I'm going to put that in now. Workflow is great on this box. You don't have to stop the sequencer to record or anything. It's brilliant. It all becomes part of the flow. So there we are. Analog kick, digital snare made from white noise, and an analog hat. So there's powerful LFOs as well. You can make effects quite easily using the delay. It's a MIDI delay there. There's also two LFOs here with 58 destinations that you can use, which are great for effects. 8 mod paths as well. Let's add a tambourine. Very simple to do. You can level things easily with a mixer. Pan. So that's 16 sound mode, 16 sounds mapped to 16 pads. Sound bank B, which will be working soon, for another 16 sounds on top for a total of 32. Now, if you want to put a bass line in, I've got a bass sound here made from 2 saw oscillators detuned together. Select 16 tunings mode, and you've got a scale laid out across the pads. You can choose from various different scales, minor, major, diminished, etc. Just have a little practice of it. Record. Obviously you can filter that if you want. The last selected pad is what becomes affected at any time, so it's really handy. Whatever you played last is what will get affected by the front panel controls, so you always know where you are with stuff. There's glide as well on the oscillators, handy for doing those 303 style sounds if you like that kind of thing, which I do, and I'm sure you do too. Mess with the envelopes. So that's 16 sounds mode. 16 mutes, you can mute any pad as you want. Bring back in. Solo in the mixer. Turn the click off. Great for live that as well, bringing stuff in and out. You can always revert your sounds back as well as a revert feature, which is really handy. So that's 16 mutes, 16 time steps. It's like a 16 track step sequencer. Let's put a tom in as well. Just pitch that down a bit. Cooking. Flip out a record again. Very easy. Now check the swing out. This is the Roger Lynn sequencer with that MPC 63,000 mojo. That's full swing. Back to straight. Now you can roll individual sounds as well. Put a ride cymbal in using roll now. Turn the speed down a bit. Sounds great at every speed, this sequencer. So funky. You want to mute something out? 16 mutes, mute out the bass line, mute out the kick. Very quick, and back. Now in 16 beats mode, you can put a separate beat on every single pad. And flip back. 3, 4, go. So that's almost like you can arrange on the fly. Another beat. And back again. 2, 3, 4. 16 beats is almost like a global mode as well, so whatever you do on the front here affects everything on the beat. So you might use the real-time effect sliders here, which you can assign to various destinations. Very powerful. Pressure sensitive and position sensitive. You can latch them as well. Holds it where you last left it. And obviously you can then filter the whole beat down. Speed it up again. Use the envelope like a transient designer. Kicking. Alright. Get some more punch in there. Really slams this machine. This is even without compression. Let's compress it a bit. Analog compressor on the main outs. Heavy. Some analog distortion on the main outs. Low to full compression distortion. Back it all off again, back to dry, just compressed. Okay, so 16 beats mode, you can put a separate beat on every pad, swap on the fly, almost like triggering clips on Ableton or something like that. Great. Filters sound great. Real-time effect sliders for twisting stuff up on the fly. Assign them to whatever you want. Now the roll sounds great as well in 16 beats mode. You can set that to different values, different quantizers. 16, 32 triplet, 8 triplet. Different parts of the bar as well. Quarter note, half note. Speed up a bit. 32 triplet notes in the back. Get some really twisted stuff going on. And back. It's really quick to use on the fly. It's brilliant. Really inspiring. Again, mess with the envelopes. Radically change sounds so quickly. Whole beats or individual sounds. Go back and play a bit. So really easy to use there. Filter the whole thing down again, 16 beats mode. Speed it up a bit. Mute stuff in and out. You can just jam over the top if you want as well. 16 tunings. Compress, more distortion. High pass. High pass down. feedback there, feeding the output back into the input. Flip beats again. These are some of the preset beats it comes with. Some great stuff just to work from as templates. Flip back again to a different beat. Roll. Obviously the compressor brings up a bit of noise, but that's an analog circuit, so it all adds to the mojo of this box. Great jamming along to tracks in the studio, live, and then doing real-time fills with the roll button, reverse. So there we go, that's a quick overview of the Tempest. Great machine, and very much worth the asking price when you consider it's a fully analog synth and a beatbox with a Lin sequencer.